question is a question that a research project sets out to answer. So can somebody give me an example of a simple question? A question that does not require a questionnaire, a question that does not require a research project.
So what is your name?
What is what is your name? Do you need to make a project to answer that question? No. All right. That's a very, very, straightforward example. What about a research question? One that requires the use of a questionnaire. And we know a questionnaire is to collect data. You need data, so your answer you get now, the answer you come up with is come out from information. That's the whole idea, To answer that question, you cannot just test one answer it. So you have to collect data and then do your analysis and then come up with an answer from information you gather. That's the whole idea.
So the effects, or what is the effects of COVID-19 on small businesses?
Right. That's an example. What are the effects of COVID-19? That's what I'm telling you now. You see that whole thing there. There's a lot of openings for that course you're doing there. I'm overwhelmed with requests. So I'm thinking of probably creating you can even think of that too. Here's a business, creating a consultant firm, and you have some skills in statistics, and you can offer that service of collecting, gathering data and analysis. There is scope in what you are doing there. So take this very serious. You can carry this along with you. All right. You can actually make a career in that course, that course in certain universities. You can become a statistician, You can get your master's and your PhD in that. It can become a career, So please bear that in mind. And it's very lucrative, trust me, because not many people that into statistics and and there's a high demand, and more so again, COVID-19. What are the effects of COVID-19? They are positive, you have negative effects. So you can just stand up there and just say, well, COVID-19, and then your mind starting to go all over the place. Because it does not have it's not a simple question, it's a research question. All right, so that's an example of a research question. What are the effects of COVID-19? Positive, negative. And then you have a whole set of sub-questions coming out from that and so forth. Okay, so therefore now we can see the difference between a research question. Now, when you collect your data, you represent the data. Let's go back to the definition of statistics. Okay, what's it time? Okay, we have enough time. Is an introduction, introducing 115, and I want to introduce it on a solid footing. So when you're moving forward now, we know what this topic is all about, you see, and it also reminds us as to what this course is all about. Okay, so therefore now yes, so therefore now back to the definition of statistics. After you collect the data using a questionnaire, you organize it. You make your numerical analysis, you calculate your mean, your variance, your standard deviation based on the descriptive measure you want. And then you make informed decisions, coming towards conclusions. How sure are you that the conclusion you have, or what confidence are you in that conclusion? You see? How certain are you that what you are concluding is the truth? You see? So that's where we are now. Every question deserves an answer because it elicits information. It provokes information to answer it. You have simple and you have research ones. Then we come to a hypothesis now. Research questions on the whole requires answers. let's call it an example. Let's call it an answer. So that's a question, a simple question. Let's put simple question. We know S is for simple. And we want a simple answer. Simple question, simple answer. Can anybody give me an example of a simple answer to that simple question? My name is what?
Robert Jules.
My name is Robert Jules. RG. My name is RG. Okay. My name is RG. Here you have a research question. Must end with a question mark. An RQ. Let's not start abbreviating it because sometimes the abbreviation is for something else. So you have to be careful when you're doing that. It's like almost that's how books are written also, you know. All right, just bear that in mind. So you have a research answer. Can anybody give me a plausible? And here we come into that term, a plausible answer to that question. Because you can see that question, any question have multiple answers. So give me a plausible answer to that question, that research question. Anybody? I'm waiting. So you can see it is not really straightforward. So that's why probably someone said, probably heard that before, an educated guess. What are the effects of COVID-19? Okay, just to break the ice. There are many positive and, well, let's start with negative first, because when you think of COVID-19, you're not thinking of any COVID-19. There are many negative effects and maybe some positives. Well, when you think of COVID-19, you don't think of anything positive. But as you say, there's always a little silver lining. Okay, in every gray cloud. So there are many negative effects and maybe some positives. Let's look up the meaning of the word hypothesis. So we have a definition there. Someone said an educated guess. So let's put that in the list. And I expect you all to go in Google and look up for the word hypothesis. I'm going to do it now just to speed up things. According to the Google, and you have it in the voice there, hypothesis. And look, you have some Greek letters there. You have theta, you have delta, anyway. A supposition or proposed explanation made on the basis of limited evidence as a starting point for further investigation. So you have a very, very much elaborate definition there. Explanation, a proposed explanation. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to highlight the word explanation. And for convenience for what we're doing, in a bracket by it, I'm going to put statement, comma, sentence. So in statistics, let's look at statement as someone said, an educated guess. So you're guessing why, you're supposing. So what you see there is linked, okay, because of what you heard before. So it carries weight. Suppose, or propose, guess, sure. Statement made. And that's what I did there. There are many negative effects and, educated guess, okay, without any information. It's like you're making a statement without information. It's a research question and you don't have information, so you're guessing out of your mind, all right? On the basis of limited evidence, because evidence means data. Okay, so let's highlight that with the evidence and put in bracket data, okay? Specific values for the variables as a starting point for further investigation. So here comes now the research project. Here comes the questionnaire. You're going to start seeking information, okay, so that your decision now can be informed. It will not be limited. Now, as we say now, when you draw that conclusion based on the information you gathered, how you gathered the information, what technique you used, okay, what population you interviewed, how accurate is the information you gathered. So therefore now, the conclusion you come about is not the absolute truth. Always bear that in mind. So that educated guess, that supposed explanation, all right, what I just said there can be tested. No, this is an educated guess, okay, and it can be tested based on the data to test. What does it mean to test? We are very familiar with that word, a test. But we took some time to actually define it formally.